Aaron Donald signed a contract 4 seasons ago. In the 4 seasons since then, he has been first-team All-Pro all 4 seasons. He has won Defensive Player of the Year 2 of the 4 seasons. He has averaged essentially a sack a game while never missing a game, and he's been the best player on 2 teams that made the Super Bowl, 1 team that won it. And how did the latest Super Bowl end? With Aaron Donald making literally the game-winning play. We don't have a great angle of Jamar Chase here, but the backwards angle shows Jamar Chase is running down the sideline for what could have been the most iconic touchdown pass in Super Bowl history, and instead Aaron Donald blows it up. So guess what, Rams? I understand you've spent a lot of time this offseason cutting cute draft promos and, you've taken a victory lap that you well deserve. You also spent some time this offseason deciding to pay Allen Robinson. I'd have maybe made sure that less than 99 days before the season, number 99's happy. Because he's the most dominant, impactful, defensive player the league has seen in at least 30 years, and some could argue ever. And you know what? $14 million in compensation this year, $19 million next year, $19 million the year after. Nah, that ain't gonna cut it, bro. So yeah, they gotta borrow from future Rams again to pay this man, because this team absolutely, Brew, can win another Super Bowl, but they absolutely cannot without Aaron Donald.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you saw that sack against the Bengals. What was noticeable? He was blocked by 1 guy, and that's why he got to the quarterback so easily. If you don't put 2 guys on Aaron Donald, he's going to wreak havoc on your quarterback, your running back, whoever has the football. And that's why he's so valuable, because teams double team him essentially every play, because you got to do that to keep him from being so destructive to your offense. But I do think he could walk away because he understands. Look, he said he's been talking about this for years. All right. And I'm sure, I don't know that he mentioned this in the podcast. The parts I saw, he didn't. But I'm sure health is a big part of it too. Where he's, whether it's CTE or just other injuries and, results from playing this violent game for so long. And so after 8 years, he's thinking, look, I've accomplished everything I need to do. A Super Bowl. Arguably the greatest defensive player ever. First ballot Hall of Famer. What more do I need? I think he still wants to play, though. And he's like, if I'm going to take these risks, Wilds, with my health, be away from my family, then I've got to be properly compensated. So while I think he would walk away, I'm with Nick. I don't think it'll get to that, because the Rams are all in. You heard them chanting, run it back at their Super Bowl parade. And Donald sees, there's talk about GM Les Snead getting a bigger contract. There's talk about Sean McVay getting a bigger contract. Matthew Stafford just got 4 years, $160 million in an extension. Yeah, I need to be paid appropriately for me to continue to take these risks. When in my mind, I'm cool with where I'm at. So I think, like Nick said, he'll end up getting paid and playing. But I think he's serious about, look, I can walk away and be good.
Okay, I think he's serious as well. I think when he says I can walk away and be happy, I think he means that. Now, he said that a few times, and then he spent an hour basically talking about the craft of football and how much he loves it. So it's hard to put those two things together. It's like when I say I'm done eating the Girl Scout cookies in my freezer. Like, you can believe me and take me at my word. But then if I talk about an hour of how much I love them and how delicious they are and the frozen Thin Mints are so great, I think there's reason to be a little bit skeptical. The other interesting part of this podcast was, I think it was Pac-Man was like, well, yeah, if they don't pay you, somebody will. Which, Nick, that all of a sudden that registered on my Rams worried meter. We debuted the missing OTAs worried meter last week, and now it is updated. Still stress-free if you're out there golfing. Those guys are fine on the left. Lamar, I still think the deal will get done. I think the deal will get done with Kyler. But Aaron Donald, now you got a little bit of retirement. I don't know what the cap situation, a little tricky, but you have to open up that spreadsheet, take a break from laughing at the Patriots draft picks, and figure out a way to get Aaron Donald what he wants. The other thing that's funny here is that Von Miller deal, Nick. I think that's out there and be like, hold on, what did Von Miller get? It was officially 6/120, but Dusty's
money.
like, hey, Wilds, don't say that on TV.
No,
it's a lot of, funny money.
Yeah,
I'm like, still,
fake
it's
money.
a big number out there, and he was there for a quick rental, a little cup of coffee, and all of a sudden he gets a big deal. I think Rams got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I on the board, Aaron Donald puts on another uniform. Unlikely.
All right, let me tell you guys a quick story about my negotiation history. It's 2009. I walk into a radio station program director, Ryan McGuire's office, and I'm like, listen, you guys are promoting me to middays. You're paying me $8 an hour. You know I'm taking the promotion. So I'm operating from a position of weakness. But I need $2,000 a month to live. I need it. You guys got to find a way to pay me $24,000. And they came back and they offered me $23,600 because they needed to squeeze me out of that $400 because they knew I was going to take it. And I happily took it. This is that negotiation in the reverse, where Aaron Donald walks into that office and he's like, you and I both know I'm not really leaving, but you also know you have to give me what I want. I'm the best player on the team. We just won the Super Bowl. We can play this game of chicken, or we can just acknowledge, you know that if you really stuck it to me here, I'm probably still going to play football. But you also know it would wreck the season preemptively if I tell the guys in the locker room they won't pay me. What do you think it's going to mean for you when you outperform? It's
a great call.
They won't pay me. So he's going to get his money. He's going to play for the Rams, and it'll just be a problem for future Rams. But this is smart of Aaron Donald to start seeding this doubt in their mind.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.